Hey, hi everyone. So excited for just a chance to introduce you to Sara Jensen, the co-owner and co-founder, co-parent of Hugh and Grace. We're also going to chat with Craig Collier, who's going to talk all about comp plan and kind of the customer experience. But really, we just wanted to give you a quick little overview of what we fell in love with Hugh and Grace, what caught our attention, what lit the fire in our hearts, and really, like we can tell their story better than they can tell it for themselves. And so I'm going to pass it on over to Sara to kind of kick us off. But just I ask that you, or thank you first, I guess, for giving this time. It'll probably be about an hour. So if you need to hit pause and come back, totally fine. Life's crazy, but there's so much we wanted to make sure you heard. Um, by all means, like take the time you need to soak it in. And so thanks for this time. And also, like, thanks for opening your heart and considering the what if.
Thank you, Jamie. And I just want to say, like, I've been there in life. And so as you say, like, oh, what else is out there? Or what is this? And I know that could be a terrifying, exciting, crazy, emotional question to ask. Um, I'm here today. I will tell you kind of the backstory of Hugh and Grace, the vision, the mission, purpose, where we're going, and also share some of our professional background, just so you can understand what we're doing and why we're all here. But anyway, appreciate you taking time. Appreciate you learning about all the things. So my name is Sara. I am co-founder, co-CEO, co-parent to Hugh and Grace. My husband and I founded the company 2.5 years ago. And we started the company based on a very long personal struggle. It was never my goal in life to start a company with my husband. This way, that was not on our roadmap. I actually was raised in a small town, oldest of 6 kids, always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and that never happened. So, our personal struggle. So we've been married for almost 22 years. We struggled for 14 years with unexplained infertility. I mentioned growing up and always just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom because that's what my mom was. That's what I wanted to do, and is not ever able to have that happen. Was hell. We during those 14 years, everyone would say, like, what's wrong, or what are you doing wrong? And like we were doing everything right. I was an ultra marathoner. The doctor told me the running chicken doesn't lay the eggs. I stopped running. We altered our diet. I was doing acupuncture. We went to top doctors across the country, and no one was able to help us. During that time, we started doing a ton of research and learning about the topic of hormone health, learning about the topic of hormone disruption. What does that mean? How do hormones impact our lives? I'll skip to the happy end of the stories before we start talking about anything about products. But after 10 years of us trying, we were always really quiet and really private about our fertility struggle. It was just so painful and personal, and it nearly broke me and our marriage multiple times. And so we didn't ever share it with our story with our family, because they all had kids and they all had the lives that we wanted but couldn't have. And so but I remember telling my sister-in-law for the first time, my husband's sister. She asked, and I, if you guys want kids, and I said, we've been trying for 10 years and we're looking at adoption. We just don't know what to do. And she volunteered to be our surrogate. And so she gave birth to our son, Hugh, and the most incredible gift ever. And then when Hugh was almost 1, my sister called me and said, I want to try to give Hugh a sibling. And so she volunteered to be our second surrogate, and so gave birth to our daughter, Grace. So we have our little miracles, and we do joke the names sound like a 90-year-old couple, Hugh and Grace. But the name Hugh means heart, mind, and spirit. And the name Grace means goodness, generosity, and love. And that's what brought us our children. And then after having our kids, I just felt this huge responsibility to pay forward what we were given. And how do you pay forward 2 kids? I'll talk about our professional backgrounds. So my husband, he started his career in investment banking. Then he went to commercial real estate. We're living in Las Vegas at the time. So he was in commercial real estate, the height of the real estate market. So doing billions of dollars in transactions. Then we both went to graduate school. The market crashed. So we both went to graduate school, actually at USC. So I have my MBA, and my husband has his master's of real estate development. He was recruited to go work for GE Capital at their leadership rotation program when it was an amazing company. So spent time back east for a year and a half, then moved to LA, where we've been for 15 years. And He was then recruited to manage a family office. So he oversaw a multi-billion-dollar family portfolio in Beverly Hills for 7+ years. I've always worked in social entrepreneurship, so worked for various nonprofits. After getting my MBA from USC, I was actually recruited to go join their major gifts team. I had no clue what that was. Like when I was raising money for nonprofits, we do a gala and raise $1 million in a night. And I was then tasked to actually go sit down with someone one-on-one and ask them for $1 million check or a $10 million check or a $50 million check. And I started my career there covering 2 cities, and then I expanded to cover 25 states. So we have, and the reason I say that is because we have drive, we have resources, and we have relationships in so many different sectors. And when I was working at USC, I loved it because I had great relationships with owners of sports teams and CEOs of Fortune 100 companies. And my husband liked his job because he had to do really interesting investments. He was dropped in to operate several of the businesses that they currently owned and help turn them around. But when we finally had our kids, and we looked at each other, and Ben's like, let's relax. Like, I'm like, no, we have to help other people. But I said, we have access to these relationships. We have this amazing network. Originally, we were actually conceptualizing a fertility wellness company, because when we were focusing on hormones and hormone health, it was just our whole focus of infertility, our struggle with infertility for 14 years, and taking a step back and saying, hormones really regulate every part of your body. And yes, these chemicals, hormone disrupting chemicals, they are linked to infertility. They're also linked to autoimmune diseases and anxiety, depression, obesity. The list goes on. But then also the topic of hormone health and the hormone health benefits, they're real, they're tangible, they're everyday, impact your life. And so we said, okay, and we looked at our jobs and kind of being cynical. Like Ben's job was making billionaires wealthier. My job was to make a wealthy university wealthier. And we said, we have more to offer. And what does success look like for us? And it wasn't, these lives that we were leading. We finally had our kids. We wanted to spend time with our kids. We wanted to create meaning and create things that impacted people and for their health, but also people in overall. It's a mission-led company. So we said, okay, what do we do? So we both resigned from our jobs right before COVID and started flying this business, and then saying, okay, we are fortunate to have a lot of amazing people who support us. We have world-renowned doctors on our medical advisory board. One of the doctors on our board, her name's Dr. Jenna Hua, and she owns a company called Million Marker. They did the very first at-home chemical exposure test. And so we were talking to her, and we said, really, what is the fastest way to help people reduce their exposure to these chemicals, but also promote hormone health? And she's like, your skincare. And she's like, you don't fully, and I actually didn't fully realize. I was doing all my rounds of IVF, rubbing a hormone cream on my leg, getting my blood levels tested the next day. My hormones had spiked. I'm like, how did I not realize that everything I rub in my body is actually getting back to my hormones in a positive or negative way? And so we launched 2.5 years ago with skincare, because what goes on your body gets in your body. Your skin's your largest organ. We then launched wellness last fall. And so, and if you look at our sales, we are a wellness company. We sell majority wellness, although going into the holidays now, people like to gift skincare more so than wellness. So we'll go back to being a skincare company for the month of November, and then go back to being a wellness company. But then also we launched home care. And so we approach hormone health in a really unique way, in that, yes, nutrition and exercise is important. Everyone does that, or everyone has their own regimens, but most companies focus on that. But we really want to focus on things that go on, in, and around your body, because those also have an impact on your hormones. And to be honest, those things are actually easier to change than to be on a very strict diet or on an exercise regimen. And so what we do, we call it simple swaps. We are all about progress, not perfection. We have incredibly high standards for our products. So our products, we have world-renowned doctors, medical advisory board. We have expert formulators. We have outside QA, expert QA that comes in. We run testing. We publish all those results for our advocates. But we also want to be about having an inclusive, fun community. And so why I say like our standards are the highest and the strictest out in the market, we want people to feel like this is achievable for them. Because if people don't feel like it's achievable, they're not even going to start. So we call it simple swaps. And you can swap out a few products here or there, and they can actually all make a benefit for you. Let me talk about that. Let me talk about the business model and why we chose to go into direct sales. So when I was at graduate school, my favorite Harvard business case study was on Brownie Weiss. And she was a woman back in the 50s who invented the Tupperware party. Mr. Tupper had a great product. He had no way to sell it. And she created this whole platform. At the end of the case study, you watch a black and white video of her on stage at a conference, recognizing women on stage. And these ladies just cried. And I went home to bed and I just said, this one lady created a platform that empowered so many people, empowered mostly women, but also women back in the 50s who were not earning income, that didn't know that they could achieve greatness, that they were able to pass on those benefits to their kids and their families. And so we were saying, if we're going to create a solution, it's more than just selling products. You have to create awareness. There's a whole educational component. There's community with product. So that really is direct sales. And we said, okay, well, we had kind of a bad taste of direct sales from our friends at college who were trying to get us to buy big sets. And so we said, but how do we modernize direct sales? How do we make it elevated? Everyone right now, you buy what your friends recommend versus what you're getting targeted ads. Everyone loves supporting brands. Like how do we make it elevated and modern? And so we have 3 different ways to get involved. And Craig will talk about this more later on the call, but people can enroll as an advocate. So think of any company where you can actually build a team. So we have an advocate model. So you earn between 25 and 40% commission. We have an affiliate model. And so influencers who don't want to build teams, but they want to share products and get compensated just like any other affiliate program. We have that. And we also have retailers. And so think of like a local gym, a spa, a doctor's office that helps support hormone health or just wants to have great products. You can also go there. But what's interesting about our model is our advocates are able to leverage their relationships. So an advocate can enroll an affiliate or a retailer as their level 1. We've been also fortunate. We have great performance. And so right now, some of the 4 Seasons spas are currently onboarding us. We just announced, we did a big conference in Dallas last weekend, and we announced our next incentive trip. It's going to be at Grand Wailea, which is a Waldorf Astoria hotel in Hawaii, the end of April. But it's also exciting is Grand Wailea is also selling our products. So kind of fun. They're selling it in our gym right now, and then they're launching their spa Q1 next year and be carrying our products. So when it comes to performance, we have some great brands behind us. Let's talk about the topic of hormone health. So we launched this business 2.5 years ago. No one was talking about hormone health. And the topic is now starting to trend, which is really exciting. We're actually speaking next week at Forbes International Business Summit conference all about hormone health. And I think people really are starting to understand the impact. We had, when we launched our business, we had a lot of venture capitalists come to us, and they said they see hormone health as the next gut health. Which that was talked about 2.5 years ago. And now the conversation is starting to come on. I just got a call with a doctor who wants us to create a whole hormone health platform and wants to start incorporating all of our products with the hormone health movement. And because people sometimes it's weird to talk about ourselves, but what's been flattering for us is when people say that they love our brand, are because we're authentic. It's a real story. We're not just another clean brand or another direct sales company, but also the fact that we can do the simple swaps. The things that we have are achievable. They're easy. You feel like you're taking care of yourself. They're a luxurious experience when you're actually doing better for your health and your home. Vision. Let's talk vision, because that's also a fun part. And I think that's also why I talked a little bit about our professional backgrounds. So Ben has managed multi-billion-dollar assets, companies. This will be a multi-billion-dollar company. And I can say that here, I should say at least $1 billion. So I have high aspirations, but you think about this topic and you think about how it's just starting to be talked about and how every person on earth has hormones. So we currently have our advocate business model only in America, but we are selling products in Canada. So we have an incredible team. I'll introduce Craig here in a little bit, but when you're creating a business and you look for people to align with you and also have the drive and the vision. One quote I heard when I was working at USC is, "You are the sum of the 5 people you spend your most time with." And Ben and I looked at our careers, And the only person who was saying nice things to Ben was me, of his 5 people. And I was pretty good in my career, but I think it's really rewarding about this business model is to see people support each other. I think our business our community of being progress, not perfection, is that we don't point fingers. We have a good time. We you can have, I tell everybody, like, my kids do love McDonald's. Like, we are normal, real people, but it's the stuff that you do every day, multiple times a day, that really makes an impact on your skin, your health, and your home, and really having those benefits. So we have a roadmap of getting and growing. We have team members. We have Craig, who's on here, who's actually opened up various countries for different companies. We have the experience, the breadth of knowledge from either Ben and I or our team to really help grow this business in a fast but sustainable way. Jamie, what have I talked? Sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around different things.
Oh, no, this is so great. But actually, I do have something you said jumped in my brain, but it made me think of like how when our roads intersected, like, and what really like got me to pay attention and where I was really seeking. I was seeking a brand that I could trust. Really, like I had recently found, like I've always put a lot of effort and energy into, maybe not always, but in recent years, put a lot of energy into trying to find companies that I could trust, that had clean products, toxin free, and then one that I had kind of replaced almost everything in my home with, and then recently found out like it was a greenwashed brand, like it was actually full of toxins. And I'm sure everyone knows what greenwashing is, but just in case, it's something that's not actually clean, but they use really great marketing and advertising to present that they are, because they know it's something that a lot of consumers are really valuing. And I felt really frustrated and I felt a little lost in that. I'm also a huge fan of Darren O'Lean, who's like on the Netflix show Zac Efron, Down to Earth. He created Shakeology. He wrote the book Super Life. And then a couple years ago, I think during the pandemic, he started a podcast called Fatal Conveniences. And his book launched with that. And it basically, and I tease him because I'm like, basically every time I listen to a new podcast, you're telling me something else is dangerous and killing me. And it's good. There's one part of where it's really good to be self-educated and aware, because we are preyed upon, but also becomes really, really overwhelming because you're like, okay, now I just feel like doors have been shut. What do I do? Like I need to know what, and then I think I found a safe brand, but that's also now shut. And so one of the things, like I think Sarah, you said on like our first call, was like, we wanted to be the brand you could trust, that you didn't have to really worry about, you didn't have to question, you just knew that it was safe. I think on that call, you even said some stats of how many chemicals men and women are putting on your bodies. And I was like, and people don't even know. So I just wanted to like make that connection, because that was the thing that opened my mind to like, yes, this is what we need. It makes this overwhelming thing so much simpler. What were those stats? I forget them.
Yep. So the average woman puts on 12 products a day, which is roughly 168 chemicals. The average man puts on over 80 chemicals a day. But you think also about the chemicals you're exposed to. Coach Kaylee was telling us stats of having it go from, up to 600 chemicals you're exposed to every single day. And it's also interesting because when we were creating our products, I'm like, yes, we don't want to include these chemicals. So I think it's also a lot of clean companies. They just say, okay, we don't have these chemicals. I'm like, we need to have a lot of great benefits. We don't want to exclude what we're not. We want to talk about who we are. So our product benefits, and I'm going to talk about like the formulations, like this has to really work. And because of our network, we're able to get introductions of some of the top manufacturers and formulators in the world. But we went to the formulators for our Hydrate Detox drink of Liquid IV, and they also do Element. And not that those are the best drinks, but those are they're mass produced. They're widely known about, because as we grow and scale, we want to make sure we have amazing formulators. And you think about it, Liquid IV is all sugar, Element's all salt. When we said, how many benefits can we put in here? So we have a patented L-glutathione, we have a patented prebiotic, a probiotic, there's fiber, there's electrolytes. And so we're like, okay, I can do one thing. I can, we just launched, we call it the routine. So if anybody cares about hormone health, where do I go? What do I start doing? You take morning supplements. So every single ingredient in morning supplement helps with hormone health. You partner that with our Hydrate Detox drink and collagen, and you're like, okay, I can do this one thing in the morning and get a good start. but really keeping it simple and beneficial. But yes, and also Jamie, like, yes, because you can get overwhelmed and you can say like, I don't know where to start. I'm not going to start. Like just meet people where they are and say, okay, well, here, you just run your home care, switch this out.
Yeah. Well, and I think of some like potential advocates, people I've talked to, and some of the other girls I've talked to are like, well, I don't know a lot about hormone health. That's not really a big thing in my life. So I don't know how I could launch a business in that way. And I'm sure you've heard that a lot. So how would you address that
Yeah.
trauma?
And so we've always been about hormone health, but some people don't know how to talk about it or don't want to talk about it or don't realize that hormone health means better weight management and better skin and better brain clarity and less bloat. So like we'll do more and more as a company educating about hormone health. But can I tell you, we have so many working moms who are advocates and all about simple swaps. The fact that they can have this amazing luxurious experience, great results with just a few products. You say like, hey, you can easily use these better products. And, like people say like our day serum, people say it replaces their serum, moisturizer, toner, eye cream, and vitamin C serum, all with just one product. And so the versatility, our products are gender neutral, our products are safe for kids, pregnancy. Like if you just even want to use a better performing product at a great price, our advocates always get 25% off of all of our products. So some people just enroll to like a Costco membership because we have such high quality products. I mean, yes, it's an honor to be carried at Waldorf Astoria and Four Seasons, but also just having the confidence about like just being able to use really great products and not have to worry about it. I should say though, from a business perspective, because some people may not care about hormone health, but they may want the benefits of all those things. But so when we launched, we had 200 advocates. We've grown to over 5,000, all organically through word of mouth, which is huge because people they want to align with an authentic brand. But also when we were saying, okay, this business model is really the best way for us to go, when we want products that are consumable. So when we were just a skincare company, we had usually average day to reorder was 72. We're now at 42 days for average reorder. We have 85% of our monthly revenue comes from repeat purchases, which is huge. So people buy our products, love our products. We launched a customer loyalty program called HG Insider in May. And now over 40% of our monthly revenue is from these HG Insiders. So once you get customers and once they start trying the products, they love the products and usually put them on a subscription. And so then you're able to go and also us being a lifestyle brand and having different product categories. Maybe someone's really interested in clean home care. Maybe someone's just in wellness or just skincare, but you're able to go to them with different offerings, which has also been, we hear that as a benefit.
My house cleaner was just here and she hasn't been like, I have the bottles out on my counter each time. And I was like, hey, help, make sure you can use these if you want, rather than the stuff that you brought. And she's like, oh, they were so pretty. I didn't know if I was supposed to use them because I wasn't here the last couple of times she came, and she cleaned my whole house with it. And she's like, gosh, it smells so good. And I was telling her all about it. And she's like, I need to buy this. It kind of sells itself. But those stats returns and like,
yeah, so our return rate, we have a 0.05% return rate, which is unheard of in any industry. We also have a 30-day money back guarantee, but most people don't return it. So 0.05%. Our average order value, depending on the month, goes between $125 and $135 because people come, you get discounts when you buy a larger set, but you're like, oh, I'm able to buy a few different things here. And so just thinking about building the business of having larger average order values with the repeat purchases. And then also we do educational content. We do fun incentives. Looking back at my life, I feel like sometimes life pushes you in directions and you look back, you're like, oh, this all made sense. But that 14 years of hell was terrible. And then launching a business during COVID with a newborn and my husband and a 2-year-old was that, but you finally get to a place where you're like, okay, and now the topic of hormone health is trending. So whether you care about hormone health or you just care about looking good and feeling good and having a great income stream, I think it's, everyone likes to support brands. You find a brand you like and you want to support it. And so you buy their products. And that's usually like the only way to be able to support a brand. But the fact that I love that so many amazing people that we're able to go and we're building this brand together and truly are partners. I joke, I tell like Ben and I, we are smart, we are educated, but like we are really good at surrounding ourselves with even smarter people. And so we've been able to be fortunate in our advisors and our medical advisory board and our advocates, even because we know like you're out every day talking to people. And so we have a board of leaders that we instituted. Jamie, that's originally been how you like heard about us. But we want to listen and we want to grow, and we are human. We are about progress, not perfection, because Ben and I make plenty of mistakes, and we try to be, say like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's try it again. But we also appreciate people who are, coming to us and saying, like, giving the feedback. That's how we learn and grow. So that's what we also try to incorporate.
Well, and I can say that every single minute, every single one of us have felt that value and respect and care in each of us. Like, I think we all can think of an experience in our work life and our careers where we felt like we didn't matter. We were just a number. We were, overlooked in some way or just not valued. And you do, to your credit and Ben's credit and the whole team, Amanda, Kelly, Craig, like everyone has made us feel very like welcome and a partner and valued and needed and just excited that we're here, and that I think we all deserve that, and that feels like we're all in this beautiful mission together, and there's this really like internalized sense of pride, like we're so excited to just like take this company as high as we can take it, because we know that the impact that we get to make is so big.
Thank you for saying that. We actually call our advocates our Hugh and Grace family. And we look at family a little differently, because it wasn't just me and Ben having a family. It's my sisters, my brother-in-law, like it truly takes to make a really meaningful impact. It takes a lot of people. And so our Hugh and Grace advocates are our Hugh and Grace family. I just saw Craig come on. So I want to talk, unless Jamie, you have any other questions for me or want me to address anything, but I love bragging about our team.
No, I'm excited. And, one of the things that we were like really looking for, not that we were even looking for something new, but when God gives you a gift, you're like, I'm not going to look this gift horse in the mouth. Like, we wanted to find something, which is funny because I just adopted a horse, but that's an aside. We wanted to find a place where our teams, our family, our people could win, and it gets really, as leaders, as teammates, it's hard when you see people pouring their heart and soul and not winning. And one of the things that, like, there's so many fun ways to win, but just as you introduced Craig, that was the part that just kind of made our minds start smoking, because we're like, wow, there's so many ways to succeed here. Anyway, I'll let you pass the mic over to Craig.
Well, I love that Craig's here. So, because he is amazing at saying, okay, this is how you win and this is how you make money. My goal is to have as many 7-figure earners as possible at Hugh and Grace next year. So but we've had, so Craig is our SVP of sales. We've been in business for 2.5 years and gone through a few. It's been really, really, really hard position to find, and to find someone who has the strategy and who has the heart of the field. Craig's only been with us a few weeks, and he was at our Elevate conference last weekend, and every single person who we talked to had so many amazing things to say just about how he connects with people, he cares, but he's really the strategic to say, okay, this is how you make money, and this is how you make a lot of money. And these are simple ways to kind of digest it and make it really, I think, achievable and feel like you have a true business partner. We had a call with him. He was going over some stats and numbers and just ideas and recommendations. And my husband, like, I've never been a CEO before. My husband has been and has worked with hundreds of employees, and hung up the phone with Craig and goes, never talked to anybody like this before. He's like, he's so impressed that on your own, Craig, like you're able to analyze data and say, like, this is how we can all build this together. And this will help the advocates more. This will help the business more. And like, let's come together and really work and solve this. So with that, Craig, can't say enough great things about you. We also have Amanda and Kelly on our team, who our whole team really is special, but happy to have Craig now tell you guys how to kill it at Hugh and Grace.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate that introduction. And it's humbling to be part of something that, you feel like you were, speaking of myself, that I was, was led to. And certainly, your vision and the stewardship that you take over this brand, over where it goes, what it does, what it means, the impact that it makes in the lives of those who connect with it, both from a product standpoint and a Hugh and Grace family standpoint. And it was great to be at Elevate around those who have partnered with us so far, and to just feel like I was at home, just feel like these are the people that I want to be around. This is the company that I want to be with, and the people that I want to do business. And really, when you do business with people, you're really doing life with people, and feel really fortunate to be part of that. So thank you, for helping me be part of this, Sara, and appreciate all the words that you shared on this call. And I'm happy to take it from here.
Okay, take it from here.
If you
Thank
need
you
to
guys.
jump.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Sara. And Jamie, thank you too. You and I go back a few years, and for anyone that might be listening in or listening to the recording, like, relationships matter, and I'm very grateful, for Jamie and for those that she's been able to connect to Hugh and Grace, because they connected me to Hugh and Grace. I was at a point in my life where I had decisions, I had some challenges, I had to make some pivots, and they, we've been friends, for years, and they're like, hey, take a look at this thing, we trust your judgment. You've been, in the industry for 24 years, and you're kind of a comp plan geek, and like the business model, guy, like take a look. And I looked at this thing, and it's interesting. The first thing I did is I clicked on the story of Sara and Ben, and I just listened to it. And, Jamie and some others know this, but, my wife and I went through a 9-year, infertility struggle. So right from the get-go, I was like, okay, I get it. This resonates. And then to see the products that they have, the product platform that they have, to me is incredible. Not only is it cutting edge in terms of, the importance of hormone health and all of the things that surround that, but creating a lifestyle around hormone health, which is part and parcel to just health in general. And health leads to happiness. And that's what we want, we want to be a part of. And I looked at, when I look at a business opportunity, Jamie and others, like, what do you think? I said, this product platform has endless opportunity. It's not just, skincare. It's not just made with a single ingredient. It's not just, weight loss. It's not just facial care. It's not just hair care. It's not just, essential oils. Like there are so many ways that you can impact, hormone health, and impact what you put in you, what you put on you, and what you put around you in terms of your, of your home, your laundry, your, toothpaste. There's so many ways that this can go. And that to me creates a really powerful, business. And, when you can find a movement, a purpose, a passion, a movement that you can feel part of, and it like it fills you. And then you see, there's a real business opportunity here. There's a way that we can, create value in our lives around a business opportunity. And then you combine that with working with people and around people that you like, and friendships. I'm like, all right, this really is a magical, formula here. Let's go with it. So I'm happy to be able to share some thoughts. Jamie, if it's okay with you, I'm going to share my screen. I'll try to be brief. That once I get rolling on business, I can say a mouthful, but I know we're 40 minutes into this. So if you are someone that just wanted to hear about the company, and it's like, yeah, cool, I love it, I love Sara, don't care what the business model or compensation plan looks like, I'm in, I'm good, then great, you can turn me off. If you're one of those people that are like, you know what, show me the plan, how does this work, how do people make money? Like, that's me, that's this thing. And of course, I like to do it visually a little bit. So I've shared some slides here. So let me know, Jamie, if you can see these slides.
Yes.
That come up for you, okay? All right,
Yes.
cool. One of the things I really like about, again, just, it's not like everything's in a tagline, but when you have a brand and that brand message is clearly positioned, it makes it easier for those that are promoting the brand. So our brand partners, we try to arm them with words that resonate with people and make it simple for people to understand our value proposition. And so this is our brand. It's Hugh and Grace. It's a beautiful brand. It's a cool brand. It has meaning. And our tagline is promoting hormone health with elevated products that improve your skin health and home. But right off the bat, it's like, ooh, well, I'm interested in that. Like, tell me more about that. So I think there's a business relevance just in the brand and in the tagline itself. And what we're aiming to do here, one of the things that the company's done a great job of so far, and now in my role as the SVP of sales, that I will perpetuate and grow and be an advocate for into the future, is making our business feel natural. I think we're beyond those years where we get snow jobbed by mainstream advertising, or by celebrities, or people promoting stuff that they've never even tried. Like, we are in a world now in the digital age and the social media age where authenticity matters. And so our business, we want every aspect of our business to feel authentic. We want it to feel natural. And when products are simple to understand and then simple to purchase, the customer experience is great. And then when they're simple to share, there's a real business opportunity. And when it's simple to earn, you're able to scale a business opportunity. And so this is kind of the formula that we distill our business down to. And I think you'll see that we've got some cool stuff here. Sara talked about our HD Insider program. It has some great benefits to it. It makes being a customer of Hugh and Grace super beneficial. And then it's also a tool for those that are looking to, again, do the business. You build a business by attracting and retaining customers. That's what business is. And so this HD Insider is an incredible tool to help you build a large and sustainable consumer base. It's easy to buy. You can go on subscription. You get a great discount, 10% off any of your subscription orders. You get free shipping on any orders over $100, and you earn reward points that you can then redeem for more products. So it's a great tool in your tool belt, again, to be able to attract and retain customers. It makes it very simple and very attractive. Simple to share. This is where the rubber meets the road. Like we know that our brand partners, our advocates, those who choose maybe the affiliate route, like we know many have limited time, and you can't, it's the start that stops most people in a lot of cases. If it's complicated to understand, if it's complicated to do, it's going to be a challenge to get going. So we've tried to remove the complexity out of our business and make it easy to share our product. Simply share your link. We give all of our advocates access to our Hello 10 promo code, which means that you can offer any new customer $10 off their first order, no questions asked. These aren't limited codes. You don't have to buy the codes. That they just work, and you can offer your customers $10 off their first order. And it makes it easy to talk about, easy for you as an advocate to feel like you're giving your potential customer a great deal, right? And then we've got all of these tools for you in your advocate portal that help you to track your customers, work with your customers, follow up with them, give them great customer service, help them understand maybe some offers or deals that are going on. We have a huge holiday sale coming up, and to be able to target those customers and look at, well, what have they purchased in the past? We put that all at your fingertips so that it's easy for you to stay in touch with and really stay connected to your customers, and to help them stay connected to the brand. Simple to earn, guys. I think that, again, as a 24-year kind of veteran in the direct sales network marketing industry, I've seen so many different compensation plans. There are all kinds of ways that people have, devised to be able to, compensate, their sales force over the years. And I think what wins in today's day and age is simplicity. And so I put this little tagline in here. We're like an affiliate plus model, right? And I put this in there as kind of a baseline of understanding. Everyone understands nowadays, I believe, like the affiliate sales model, right? Where you partner with a brand, you're an affiliate of that brand, you sell their products, you earn a commission. It's that simple. Sell product, earn a commission on that product. And we took that approach. You can enroll and participate in Hugh and Grace as an affiliate. But we also have like the affiliate plus more. And as an affiliate is great, but we also have additional ways that you can get involved. And I want to tell you about those. Just to understand the affiliate, model as a baseline. If you were to choose to come in as an affiliate, you can represent our brand, you can share our products. There's no recruiting involved. There's no team building required. We will pay you out weekly on any sales that you make of Hugh and Grace, and you'll earn a 20% commission on those sales. So, just as an easy example here, if you sold $1,000, you make 20% on those $1,000, which is $200. If you sell $5,000, you make $1,000. It's a very simple, easy to do thing. And we give you, again, the tools and the ability to go out, share the products, track your customers, and, make 20% on anything you sell. It's that simple, right? So that's kind of the baseline. Now I want to talk to you about the plus side of that. And the plus side is our advocate program, and Sara referenced our advocate community, our advocate family. These are our business partners that, that are really getting in and not just looking to sell products, but also to help other people share products and improve their quality of life. And so our advocates, Jamie and others are like these that are looking to help others have a business opportunity with a brand they believe in, with products they believe in a business model that is doable, right? And that's what we've got here. So for the advocates actually make 25% commission on any personal sales that they make. So affiliates make 20, advocates make 25 plus, right? So to earn sales commissions, again, if you want to come in and you're like, I'm into selling, not necessarily into team building or recruiting, great. No recruiting, no team building required in order to earn, on your personal sales. We'll pay sales commissions weekly. And then what we'll do is, in addition to that, each month we tally up your sales and we give you an additional sales bonus, making it so that you can earn upwards to 40% on your personal sales when you add the weekly sales commission plus the monthly bonus together. And I just put some examples down here, right? Like, again, if you sell, let's say $1,200 during the month, we pay you a $150 bonus. If you sell $3,000 a month, it's a $500 bonus. 5,000 and above, we give you an additional $750 bonus. And so not only do you make those core commissions of 25% of your sales, but then at the end of the month, we'll tally it up and give you an additional bonus. It's an extremely easy program and lucrative program to follow. Now then, once you're there, I like to look at this as like, hey, this is kind of your core. And now how do I scale this? How do I take this next level? And so this is exactly what Jamie's doing. She's like, look, I can promote these products and I can probably make decent money, but I want to help others do the same. So I'm going to enroll someone else as an advocate. And when they make money, I'm going to be able to make money. This little slide here, sir, I've put this up. This is just an income scenario. It kind of shows what you get if you were to sell, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, what you get in your bonus or in your commission plus your bonus, right? So keep that in mind. I'm going to go on to this next slide here and I kind of gray that part out. That's your core, that's your foundation. Now let's scale. Now let's bring other people in and help them, create a business with customers and do personal sales. And that's all this is. When Jamie, enrolls Mary into the business, she becomes a level 1 advocate for Jamie Mary becomes a level 1 advocate for Jamie, and Mary, of course, makes 20%, 25% commission, on her sales. But then Jamie's going to make between 8 and 10% on whatever Mary sells. If Mary brings in Jill becomes level 2 to Jamie, and Jamie would make 6 to 9% of any personal sales that Jill made. And then Jill brings in Beth, and Beth is now Jamie's level 3 and would make 6 to 8% of whatever Beth sells. And that's how this scales. That's the law of duplication. And it's so easy here at this company. You don't have to structure things in certain ways, or here's how you do this or that unlocks this. There is a little bit of opportunity to rank, and we have fun things to unlock other parts of the plan. But at the end of the day, it's this simple: do personal sales, help other people come in and share the product, and we really what's called compress that payout. We keep it close to you. You don't have to have a lot of volume on different legs of your business in order to make money. You just sell and you help others sell, and you can see it all right here, the potential income that you can make. So it's kind of an example of what you can make in level bonuses. I put here, like, let's say on your level 1, you brought in 2 advocates and they each did 2,000 in sales. You'd make 8 to 10% of that, or $280. On your level 2, let's say you had 4 advocates that each brought in 2,000 in sales. You make around $500 on that. And on your level 3, if you had 8 advocates that were each doing 2,000 in sales, around another $900. And these are doable numbers, guys. Bringing in 2 advocates that can do 2,000 in sales, like that will happen with this company. I promise you that doing 2,000 a month in sales for an advocate, totally achievable. You don't have to create huge volumes to be able to make decent income here, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. I put together kind of this income scenario here, and again, when you create income scenarios, there's some assumptions that you have to make, but I tried to make these very doable. And so this example that I'm giving you here is an advocate who builds their business with the routine that Sara mentioned, right? This is your hormone health routine. It's got our hydrate detox, the morning supplement, and the collagen product. And let's just assume that each of the advocates, yourself and each of the advocates that you bring in, have 10 customers who are using the routine. And so if you look at it, even just like a $60,000 a year build here, and let's say this takes you a year or takes you 2 years, or whatever trajectory might be worthwhile for you, this is a really doable numbers, right? Let's just say that you yourself just have 10 customers. You're going to make 500 in commission on that. And then let's say on your level 1, over the course of time, you bring in 8 advocates, and they each create a customer base of 10 using the routine. You make almost $1,200 just from that group. So over the course of time, of those 8 advocates, they each enroll 1.5 advocates each. I didn't even duplicate these numbers. I didn't say go 8 to 16 and then 16 to 32. I just said, hey, 8 who can bring in 12, and they each get 10 customers. You'd make another $1,500 on your level 2. And then of those 12, they each bring in 1.5 advocates. So you now have 18 advocates on your level 3. And these are not crazy numbers, guys. These are all very doable numbers when, with persistence and work and helping people create a customer base of 10. And on average, at Hugh and Grace, advocates are doing 12 to 20 customers. These are absolutely achievable numbers here, but just kind of to see what you can make here over the course of time. If you were to create a scale of business to these numbers here, again, just 8, 12, and 18 advocates through 3 levels that each have 10 customers, and you can make some pretty significant income. There is more to the plan. I'm not going to go into detail here. I just want you to really understand the foundation, right? Which is you sell product, make 25%, and then help other advocates come on and make anywhere from 6 to 10% of their sales. That's as basic as we get. As you want to move up in the compensation plan, kind of from a title standpoint, there's some organizational volumes that you hit. Again, all very achievable, very simple structure requirements. If you're hitting the volume, the structure is almost not even a thing. We don't require that, again, that you've got a defined people on a right leg or a left leg or active people here and there. It's help them come in, build a customer base, and they really hit the ranks. And then you can see down here in generation bonuses, these are, as you really scale your business and you get a large organization, we take another 2 to 3% and we give you an override commission on that entire organizational volume. So you can really make some interesting money with that. Additionally, we just announced like rank bonuses. So starting at senior mentor and every rank and above, you can earn a monthly, not a one-time, a monthly bonus for maintaining the volume of your organization. And then we created another quarterly shared bonus. So each time that you're a senior mentor, or above, you'll be able to participate in a leadership shared bonus where we take all the volume from the company, take 3% of it, and you get a certain number of shares in that depending on your rank. So as the company grows, that bonus pool grows, and we do this together. And that's really the name of the game here. So you guys, that's what I kind of wanted to share with you in terms of business model and compensation. I hope that was helpful. I know it's a lot to digest. Sometimes, Jamie, I'm like, I'm a comp plan guy, so I've tried to simplify this, but I also understand that I'm a comp plan person. I can tell you that Jamie, she gets it all from products to tools to comp plan, as do many of the members that she's brought in onto the team. So we're just very happy to help you with whatever questions you might have in this area.
I thought that was amazing. And I'm a visual person. So that, like, even every time I'm like, there's so much to learn, right? And it can be a word, like a little overwhelming when we're used to one model and it's new. But I think for me, it was like, I needed to know that my team could win. Like I said, I needed to know that there was a life sustaining income to be earned, right? Like there's so many reasons why someone could say yes to this. And I know for me, like, this is my career, and I need to know that it takes work, it takes grit, it takes, like, what did we say the other day? Like, we got to grind. I was like back to like that hustle mode a little bit. And that's really fun.
Right.
It keeps
Right.
me alive, but I had to know that, like, I'm not afraid of the hard work, but, like, is that going to pay off? It's going to pay off for my team. I love that. So the overview that made me go cross-eyed the first 10 times I look at it, that huge thing. But what the one thing that I took from that, and I think is the most important thing to remind, is that very top rank, the top of the entire company, which no one's even earned yet, which I think is amazing, is like, you have to have 4 people running with you. That's it.
Yeah.
4 people.
You don't have to worry anymore about that. Yeah.
And like, that's, for so many of us, it's like, you got to find a I've been always looking for the Jamies, the ones that'll dream as big as me and work as, and we have this amazing dream team of, that to do this with now, and that you'll get to do this with now. But even without that, it's 4 people that want to treat this like a business. And I think that just feels like, whew, so freeing. And
I go wrong with that. The thing that for me, there's a lot of things, again, that the evolution of kind of compensation plans and the way that the model has worked has been interesting to watch. But at the end of the day, you guys, it's how doable, is it for, I'm just going to, probably not a great term, I'm just going to, like, for the little guy, for the everyday, person that maybe, is just trying this for the first time, or they're working with limited time, like, as leaders, as people that are really involved, what you're looking for is an army of people that can make $500 a month. And little by little, a little becomes a lot. And the stats have proven that in this industry. I was just looking at some survey data, the other day, and they identified, and look, there's, inflation, this number, probably ebbs and flows a little bit, but right now it was like 90+% of people would be interested in in a home-based business if you could show them the formula to make $500 a month. Like that really is, like, if you can help 1,000 people make 500, like, how much, what can you do there? And then at Hugh and Grace, it's like, all right, we helped 1,000 people, now we want to help 10,000 people, now we want to help 20,000 people. We're not looking to make 1,000 millionaires. We're looking to make 1,000,000 thousandaires here. and it's so achievable, with this plan, and the impact that you make is so much greater when you can help a lot of people, do a little. The rewards can be really great.
I think one of the things that helps us do that too, is this commitment to have this amazing customer experience as well. I've heard Sara say before, like the goal is for people to have like to come to the website and feel like they're shopping like they would at like their favorite brick and mortar store. And like it's a modern elevated brand in hand, but also just through your shopping experience. And I have found, I don't know if this is true for anyone else, but I have found that over the years, like there's just this pressure to always find the new people, the new people, the new people. That's part of growth, yes, but also because we are losing people as often as we are getting them. And there's always going to be a little attrition, but Sara already spoke to the retention rates, which means that we get to just focus on, yes, continuing to grow and find new customers, but we get to love on and nurture and are rewarded for like supporting the customers that we already have. And those people stick around. Part of that, and is it okay, Craig, if I speak to kind of some of the tools as advocates?
Please do. I just want to mention though, like it's so true what you're saying. And again, what makes that customer experience, that ability great is that again, it's a lifestyle brand. You don't just have to be focused on one thing. You can be focused, there are many, the product catalog is vast, and the needs, the solutions that it offers are vast. And so you're able to create that experience for people. So retention is high. If maybe they have this product, they try another one, and they actually will start what did Sara call it? The replacement, the swift replacement, thing. It's really based on this amazing, product and lifestyle platform that the brand represents. So anyway, yes, with that, go ahead with the tools.
And we'll wrap it up because I know this has been long, but I think that as an advocate, especially if you're looking at like a business opportunity, like I wanted to know, yes, my team could win, but I wanted to know that my customers could win too. I mean, Sara already kind of mentioned that, and so did Craig, the HG Insider. They're just by being a loyal customer, they're getting product credit, free products, just by every dollar they spend. I think that's amazing. And I won't go through all of them because there's truly so many, and I keep learning new things that as an advocate can guide the customer experience. Say Craig's my customer, he's got his auto ship either coming the 1st or the 15th of the next month, and he gets an email a week out, and I'm able to say, hey Craig, looks like your cleaning products are up for auto renew. Are you ready for that? Do you have too much? Do you want me to help you push it out? Do you want to add the new, do you want to add hydrate and detox and try that this month? I know you were curious about that in the past. I can literally go in if he wants me to and edit his cart for him and get it all set up. I think that's pretty cool. Craig's my customer. He's like, yeah, I actually, he's like, I was playing basketball with my guy friends and they all wanted to try the hydrate detox. And so they all, sending them all my referral link to go buy that too. So he refers 3 friends from basketball. They're able to get $10 off. Craig gets 3 times 10, like $30 in product credit with give 10, get 10.
Yeah, that give 10, get 10 for customers, Jamie, is powerful.
Yeah.
And sorry for interrupting, but there's one stat that I think is so critical that I should have mentioned. I didn't, but that 1 in 5 Hugh and Grace customers has been referred by another customer. It wasn't even an affiliate or an advocate that brought them in. So when you come in, just knowing that, look, every time I bring in 3, 4, 5 customers, they are actually going to go out and refer someone, and my customer base expands just based on this customer referral program that we make so easy.
Yeah, and I think that's incredible. So now all of a sudden I've gotten 3 more customers. They've all gotten $10 off. Craig's gotten $30 in product credit. Someday I tap him on the shoulder and I'm like, okay, you're sending me all your people from everything every month. You should be an advocate. And he's like, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to upgrade to advocate. All of those customers he referred to me, then the system remembers because he uses a referral code for the give 10, get 10, and they become his customers just automatically. So the system kind of writes that ship. He starts his business with customer base, which I think is really, really cool. There's a lead program. So as an advocate, as people are just naturally coming in just through finding word of mouth, finding hughandgrace.com or following the social channels, there is a lead program which is really special. I think you can, there's even there's so many, I'm not going to go into all of them, but one of the things that I got really excited about, it's Craig's birthday, or was just Craig's birthday, but let's pretend it's coming up. I can get a little notification in my back office and I can send Craig a little, hey, it's your birthday. Here's $10 off your next order. Or I've noticed you've got a bunch of these product credits, but we can buy gift cards. Also something that I've always kind of wished for. The packaging is really nice. I know that my customers are going to get their stuff in. I had 2 people get their stuff in 2 days this week alone. That blew my mind. And when they opened it, their box was really well packed. It looked like it was packaged with care. It was nicely wrapped. It wasn't just like thrown into a box and showed up all dented, which I think in the age of consumer, we kind of have a standard that we can be used to. There's more, but I'm going to stop there. I just think that I think you can just rest assured that like the commitment to customer service is excellent. The commitment is to growth, to knowing they always have new products coming up the pipeline. At one point, I texted Sarah a bunch of unsolicited ideas of things that I look for on toxin-free products. And she's like, this is a great list. We actually have most all of these in development or on the roadmap somewhere, which is like so exciting. And that makes all of us feel really excited and just know that we are in an innovative, like mission-centered products, like mission-centered place, growth-centered place. And we're excited for you to hopefully link arms with us. Craig, I don't know if I probably missed some things.
No, I think you've crushed it. Like I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
Let's just go. So thank you, Jamie, for having me on.
Yeah, thank you. And we really wanted to give you, have something recordable to share. But if you at any point want to talk one-on-one with any of us, or with Craig or Sarah or Kelly or Amanda, the whole team has just been so generous with their time. But we always know playing that schedule game is hard. So hopefully you have this, you can watch it in your own time. Please reach out to whoever sent it to you. We want to hear all the questions. That's going to help us, help people get started. And also they'll be able to get you the link to enroll and help you pick those first product choices yourself. So thank you for hopping on, from all of us to you.